up, and welcome back to ByStephieNics. So today I'm super excited because I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my all-time favorite comedy YouTube channels that you need to start watching right now. All of these channels have brought me a lot of joy, especially in the past year of just absolute craziness and stress. So I hope that they could do the same for you too. Some of these are my old favorites, some of these are newer finds. They all have a special place in my heart, and I'm excited to share with you, just like sharing my heart today. It's getting very personal. Real quick before we jump in, I know you're wondering what my shirt says. It says aspiring retiree, and it's just the facts. Life goals right there. Okay, no more stalling. We're gonna get right into the channel recommendations. Here are my favorite comedy YouTube channels you gotta start watching. Let's go. Number one, he's like kind of the king of YouTube comedy. It's my boy, Gus Johnson. It's funny because like I've told a lot of friends about Gus Johnson's YouTube channel, and I always feel like so proud being able to like let them into this beautiful world of Gus Johnson's channel. And now I get to do that for you guys. So this is a moment right here. Yeah. Gus Johnson, where do I start? Gus Johnson has a very interesting sense of humor. He does like a lot of sketch comedy where he'll play different characters. That's like the majority of his channel, but he also does like other types of things where he's more himself, doing like commentary type of stuff. It's mostly short videos, like just a few minutes long. I always wish his videos were longer because it's like you don't get enough, but it is the perfect type of channel to just like binge watch all of his stuff. And that's kind of what I do. I feel like where he excels is he takes like a very specific type of character and just nails it. On the screen, I'm gonna put a whole bunch of thumbnails of my favorite videos of Gus Johnson, so you can screenshot this to check these out first. I'll also have links to all these videos and just his channel in general in the description box, along with all the other creators. A lot of content is being shared today. On to my second fave. Okay, so my second and third picks, I found both of them through Gus Johnson because they're on his channel a lot. So number two is Sven Johnson, Gus's brother. He has a very similar channel to Gus, like doing like lots of like characters and sketches. In a lot of his videos, he does this kind of like dumb, confused character, and he's just great at the voice, great at pulling that character off. I've watched certain videos of his just like over and over again because they're just so funny. He also has a bunch of like song comedy videos. Those are great. Again, I'll share a whole bunch of my favorites here on the screen. Screenshot them. Incredible stuff. Super funny guy. I feel like you guys are gonna love his channel. On to the third. Okay, so my third favorite, I told you I also found him from Gus Johnson, but after this, we're gonna stop talking about Gus Johnson, okay? It's been a little too much. But anyway, my third favorite, his name is Eddy Burback. He's in a whole bunch of Gus's videos, and they have a podcast together, I think, which I haven't listened to. But one day I'm like, you know what? Let me check out Eddy's just main YouTube channel. And it's actually very different than Gus and Sven's. Rather than sketches, he does long form commentary videos, like 20-25 minute, where he'll sit down at his desk and just like talk about a certain topic. I love to watch these videos when I'm like sitting down doing my makeup, like getting ready for something. I could just like have it on, listening to him, like looking over every once in a while. He's very funny, but he's also very interesting. Like I just watched this video he did a few months ago on late night TV and how it changed from COVID, like going through each late night host and the changes that they made to like adapt to COVID now. Like really anything that he talks about, I find very interesting, very funny. So if you want kind of like a longer form type of thing, this sounds interesting to you, definitely check out Eddy Burback. I'll have some of my favorites on the screen right here, and again, link down below. Check him out, enjoy, and on to the next. My fourth comedy YouTuber that I'm gonna suggest to you to watch, her name is Nolke. Why did that sound like a question? I originally found her, as many people did, from her explaining the pandemic to my past self video. It's basically her like sitting down having a conversation with her past self, going through just like the little like strange things that we have now in the world that we didn't used to. She did a great job of taking like a very depressing, scary subject and just twisting it and allowing us to laugh at just like the absolute like ridiculous stuff that we have been going through that say a year ago would be just like, what? Confusing as anything. She turned that into a series, and now she's done like a few of them. Aside from that series, she also does a ton of sketch comedy, and all of it is really, really great. I've watched a lot of it. She's super watchable, super relatable. I find her really, really funny. So definitely check out these favorite videos of hers. Well, not of hers, they're my favorites of hers. She's amazing, super talented. Definitely check her out, enjoy her stuff, and on to the fifth. Next up, we're gonna be talking about a YouTuber that I found years ago, loved his stuff, and then I don't know why it happens sometimes, but you just like stop watching them and then YouTube's algorithm stops showing them to you, and it's very, very sad. But thankfully, he popped back up a few months ago, maybe in the summer, and I got so excited like remembering his stuff, just going through like watching all my old favorites and all of his new stuff for hours. So good. His channel name is LongBeachGriffy, and I love this guy. His videos are always like really short, like just a few minutes long, and it's always like him talking to like himself as another character, that type of thing. And what's great about him is his style of comedy. He's very unfiltered, like very not PC, just says what he wants to. It's like, oh, that's not really okay to say, but he says it and it's amazing. He also usually has this like song that he'll play at the end of almost all of his videos. And it's just like, you get into like the format of it and then you just keep watching more and more and more. This guy's just amazing. Here are a whole bunch of my favorites from him. Definitely check him out. I love this guy. Fantastic content. That was LongBeachGriffy, and now let's get on to the next. Next up, we're talking about a channel that I found the most recently out of all of these just a couple months ago, and I immediately, it's like, yes, this is my type of channel. I'm in here for it. The guy's name is MattColbo, and he's a fantastic channel. He's just like, as a person, a very funny guy, and then he's very creative on top of that. I'm trying to remember specifically what the first video I saw on his channel was, but I know that it was in this series where basically he'll like sit in front of the camera and for 1 to 2 minutes straight without any cutting at all, he'll set up this like extremely complicated joke with wordplay and tongue twisters, and he's so smart, you can tell. He's so talented, and like you get to the punchline, it's like, God, respect, my man. So I'll put a whole bunch of those videos on this side of the screen, but then also he has a whole bunch of other videos, more sketch type things or stuff that is just like him being funny. I'll put some of my other favorites of his on this side of the screen. Like I said, my newest find from this list, and I was so happy to find his channel. Hope you guys enjoy that one as much as I do, and on to the next. The next comedy YouTube channel that I'm gonna recommend to you guys, I feel a little weird about because she's not really a YouTuber. She's actually from TikTok. I know we're like crossing platforms, but it counts because I don't know her from TikTok. I found her on Instagram originally, but where I watch her usually now is on YouTube because she'll post all of her videos on YouTube. So the YouTuber that I am talking about, her name is Reilly. She's like huge on TikTok, so you might already know her. But if you don't, I gotta share. All her videos are a minute or less because they're coming from TikTok, and they're all characters. Very, very specific characters or very, very specific situations. And this lady has such a talent. Like, for example, she has this one video called Woman Who Ran the Horse Camp You Went to in 8th grade. How many of us have gone to horse camp in 8th grade? I didn't. I have never been to horse camp. But you watch this video and it's like, yup, accurate, exactly like it, you know? I mean, you don't know because you haven't seen it yet, but spot on. She has tons and tons of videos and they're all a minute or less, so you can just fly through them super quick, but there's always more to watch. Very, very shareable stuff too. I'm so impressed with her. Like, the talent of this comedian is just A+. Enjoy those, and I think that we have 3 channels left, so let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got a YouTuber that I've been watching for years and years. Love this guy, but recently one of his videos went like super viral, so I've been like seeing clips of it pop up other places. I'm just super proud of my guy. His name is Crist, and a lot of his videos have like kind of like a southern religious theme to it, but he does like other stuff too. He's super witty, like amazing one-liners I feel like are his thing. Like one of his biggest videos is Every Parent at Disney, and he's just walking around Disney making just these little comments that are like, yes. Very, very funny guy. I love all of his stuff. Oh, and the video that went viral recently, it's called Weatherman Melts Down on Live TV, and he's like pretending to be a meteorologist, like doing a report and just like, why am I out here in the snow? Why do I have to be in the snow to be reporting on the snow? You might have seen it. Very, very funny stuff. Love his whole channel. I have a whole bunch of his favorites. Well, my favorites. Why do I keep saying that? My favorites of his videos will be on the screen right here. Check him out. Great stuff. And on to the next. Next up, we've got a channel called Fairbairn Films, and it's these 2 Australian brothers, and they're very funny, obviously, because they're in a top 10 funny YouTubers list. Of course they're funny. They'll take like really random and really specific scenarios and just like go all in on them in a little like sketch video together, which I'm realizing right now is like kind of the theme for almost all the channels. I guess that's just my type of comedy. It's very like low production value, but very creative and random videos. Like to get you like in the right mindset of what this channel is, they had a video called A Class on Melons, and it was just talking about melons. It did so well for their viewers that they then created an entire series about the melons with like a melon heist and trial, if I remember correctly. It's like super like what is even happening, but they're very funny. Also, they just like talk about Australian things that me as an American, like I can't really relate to, but it's still very funny. Totally just like crazy random stuff. Great energy to these videos. I'll have my faves on the screen right here. Check them out. Two very funny brothers. Ooh, we had the Johnson brothers, and now I don't know their last name, but the Fairbairn Film, that's probably their last name. Awkward. Check them out, enjoy, and on to the next. Number 10, we made it to the end of the list. The final comedy YouTuber that I'm gonna suggest you guys watch. His name is Trevor Wallace. This guy was popping up in my YouTube suggestions for the longest time, and I just never clicked one of his videos until I did. And I regret waiting so long to click on it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Okay, no, for real. His type of video is he does characters in specific situations. Shocker, that's not like any of the other channels that I already talked about. It's funny because they all sound the same, but they're very, very different. Just watch, you'll see. Like, I'm pretty sure the first video that I saw of his, it's called Wears AirPods Once. And it's just him for like a few minutes, like going through like the feelings of someone who wears AirPods for the first time, like very exaggerated. And he basically takes this format and he does it with like a whole bunch of different characters and situations. And that's my favorite type of video from him. I'll have a whole bunch of them on screen here. He does some other stuff too, but this is my favorite stuff from him. Like, I feel like this is what he really excels at. Like John Crist, he's like great with the one-liners. Like Caitlin Reilly, he just like, he gets into the character, you just feel it. Big fan, check it out, enjoy. And there we go, that completes the list of my 10 favorite comedy YouTubers. Let me know in the comments who some of your favorite comedy YouTubers are, because I'd love to find more channels. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube and I'd love to just have some more channels to binge watch. So thanks. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like down below before you click out. If you had fun hanging out with me today and you want to be doing a little more of that in the future, all you gotta do is just right there, click the big red subscribe button. And right next to it, there's gonna be a little bell icon. Just ring the notification bell to get notifications sent straight to your phone and never miss a video. It's a good move, you should do it. Like I said, all the creators that I mentioned will be linked down in the description box, so check them out. Guaranteed you'll be laughing really soon. They're all amazing, just super talented, funny people. So enjoy, have fun, and thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this is ByStephieNics.